You obviously are just a TikTok vegan. No fighting for the animals. Shame on you. Unsubscribed. You're being a real vegan by judging another vegan. Beyond is an amazing company. Why are you overly critical? For clicks and likes? The animals don't appreciate this. Okay, that's what I get. Like freaking vegan shame. That somehow, because I don't like the Beyond protein drink, somehow I've committed a crime against the animals. I've been creating content on this space for a long time. And there's always this segment of the vegan population that tries to criticize your choices and tries to examine everything you say, every expression you say, every sentence you say, and try to make some kind of conclusion about, let's say, like your purity as a vegan. I actually think my work speaks for itself. I'm constantly making content about how to make great food or how to do a cool hack or find a cool cheapskate vegan meal or whatever. I mean, every day I post this content. I don't feel like I have to prove that I'm a dedicated vegan. I find it ludicrous, especially if someone watches my content, knows who I am, and understands I've been doing it every single day for years. I've been presenting myself as someone who's committed to having people eat less animals and focus in on mindful eating and all this stuff. However, it's usually not good enough for a lot of people. And so I'm just going to read a couple of comments that happened a couple of days ago. Let me give you some background on this. Okay, so Beyond has come out with a protein drink. And I tasted it. I tasted both. I tasted the 10 gram, which wasn't great, but it was okay. I mean, it was like a fizzy drink. It wasn't that bad. I think I gave it a 6 out of 10. And then I tried the 20 gram and it did not taste good. And I just feel that it's not a cheap drink. I think it's like $4 or $5 a can. Maybe perhaps I'm not the target audience for a protein drink. Maybe I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm offering my opinion about the drink. I'm not 100% happy that Beyond Meat is like trying to get into the drink category, and maybe some of that bleeds over in my comments and concerns or whatever. I feel that it's a for-profit company that's traded on the stock market. All bets are off. You got to just be honest with the products. I mean, if the products are great, I enjoy them, I'll talk about it. I've done that. Beyond has taken my content, put it on their TikTok and their Instagram. They've literally lifted my content and put it on there without editing it or anything. And they were positive reviews of their food. So I've said good things about Beyond, but I've also said things that are critical about the company. And honestly, if this person's going to defend the energy drink, like I'm saying things about the energy drink, I put a video up saying like, I don't know, something like, is Beyond Immerse the worst? I just thought it was funny. It's like a good like YouTube-y thing to say. But anyway, I did a video. I tasted it. The first one was okay. The second one, the 20 gram one with all the protein, did not taste good. It was like pina colada flavor. I mean, and it was unpleasant taste. It was just very sweet. I understand they're trying to mask protein. I'm sure that if you're a bodybuilder, maybe that's going to be the thing that you're going to enjoy. I don't know. Here's a nice little comment from someone who will remain anonymous. No matter your opinion, a real vegan would not make that face, title the video like you did, and post. You obviously are just a TikTok vegan. No fighting for the animals. Shame on you. Unsubscribed. I'm a TikTok vegan. Hey, I mean, I consider that a compliment. I am a TikTok vegan. The other mistake that I make is I engage and I actually communicate with these people. I think I said something like, well, you're being a real vegan by judging another vegan, because that seems to be the sport of vegans, judging other vegans. I do my best to not be judgmental. I feel that everybody has their own dietary journey. I do feel that's important that people know information. And so when I talk to someone about explain what the difference between, let's say, plant-based or vegan or all these different things. I think it's really important that people know these delineations. And then when it comes to, like, let's say, like this guy defending Beyond making energy drink or a protein drink, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's definitely not their focus or their vision of making protein drinks. I mean, they're basically making a protein drink because they're in a dire financial situation and they're trying other things other than the meat category to survive. Their mission is not to make protein bars and fizzy drinks for bodybuilders. And I can have fun drinking their energy drink and saying, hey, I don't like it. And as for like making faces when I was drinking it, I honestly am completely serious and real when I drink these things. I am not making this stuff up. I want you to have authentic, real content. I think this is the same person, but they were explaining why they don't like me anymore. I liked what I saw of your YouTube channel before the harsh criticism of Just and Beyond, as you were searching for something negative to say about them. You repeated your distrust of Just and Beyond now a number of times. You are one person. The people I know love their products. And you even say you're not the target audience for the drink. They're still going on about the drink. I guess their argument is that I'm searching for negative things to say. And honestly, you don't have to do a lot of searching. We're talking about two companies. We're talking about Just Chicken or Just Egg. And then you're also talking about Beyond. My main issue with, well, I mean, there's a whole bunch of issues that I have with these companies, but it's expensive. $10.99 for a couple of like Beyond patties? Taste is very subjective. We constantly there's people that really enjoy something. Like, I know Beyond came out with their beef jerky, which was made a very untraditional way. Usually beef jerky is usually made with soy. They made it a soy-free beef jerky, but they made it with mung beans. And I think that was the main ingredient for it. And to me, it was not a good product. It tasted like a wood chipper, doggy treat kind of vibe. They put a lot of money behind that product. I think it was like some type of collaboration with Pepsi. And I tried it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a mistake. This thing that they're putting all this money behind and pushing doesn't taste good. And the other concern I have with vegan food is if it doesn't taste good, then it's not representing veganism, plant-based lifestyle. It's not representing things in an accurate way. So I need to exist to tell people like, look, I tried the drink and it didn't appeal to me. And also too, it's not a cheap drink. I think the Beyond, I think it's like for 12 cans, it's like $35. I mean, it's not a cheap beverage. It's not like a couple bucks if you buy it in bulk. I mean, I think a can would probably be like $5. Definitely, it's a premium product. So if people spend a lot of money buying it, they should probably look at other people's reviews. I don't see how this video helps. Beyond is an amazing company. Why are you overly critical? For clicks and likes? The animals don't appreciate this. Okay, that's what I get. Like freaking vegan shame that somehow, because I don't like the Beyond protein drink, that I don't feel that it's a palatable experience, enjoyable experience, somehow I've committed a crime against the animals, which Beyond is a for-profit company traded on the stock market, has made a lot of people rich, making it seem like I'm doing some type of crime against animals. Like where does that come from? Like, we're going to put this protein drink out for the animals. Okay, so Beyond Meat was trading, at one point they were trading at like, it was like $230 a share. It was like huge amount of money. When they went public, it went up to like $80, $90. It was a very, very great, successful launch. But obviously they did not have the best go about in the stock market. And I think their stock went down to like maybe $7 or $8. And it was like faltering around, and sometimes it go up to 10, whatever. And they had this huge debt. It was like over $1 billion, like $1.2 billion. So what they did was they took their stock and they diluted their stock and they gave stock to the people that they owed money to. And I said something about how they did this to prolong their debt because they still have some debt. But someone called correct and they like, Beyond didn't prolong their debt. They cleared their debt. You have a bad attitude, dude. It's almost like you delight in the pain the industry has faced. No wonder that Stan didn't want anything to do with you. I guess someone's Stan didn't want anything to do with me. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like that kind of comment is coming from like someone who's in the inside. It's not because they kind of know like, or I mean, how many people follow this? I mean, I do because I'm a freaking nerd, but how many people follow this and know that they cleared their debt with their stock market reduction or their I don't know what I'm not sure if it's called splitting, but they actually went ahead and they created more shares and they gave their shares away. And then their stock price at one point it jumped up as a meme, but then it went down to like, it sounded like 75 cents because they saturated the market with their shares and they were able to, I guess, clear their debt. Correct me. Okay, it wasn't prolonging the debt, it was clear the debt. But then it's you have a bad attitude. Like, dude, how do I have a bad attitude? I feel like this is interesting. Anyway, maybe I do have a bad attitude. Okay, let me just have a bad attitude. All right, that's okay.